It's Yosondo, my hope is in you. When was it that Chef Martin was with me in the studio and I was standing in, and round two, here we are.
That's it. It was about a year ago.
A year ago. Continuation. Good. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you. I'm ecstatic. I'm very well.
You've been busy. I see you got lovely toys and some food.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Life's too short of a bad day. You know, you've got to enjoy every day as it comes.
I promise you, before we continue, you've created 2 pizzas.
Yep.
And you're going to share the ingredients with us, and we're going to ask our friends to name the 2 pizzas.
Absolutely, yeah. Now I thought just for a bit of a fun thing, I've created 2 pizzas this morning. So as I came here, it's not like you go leave the house without anything to eat. I have to eat, and you can see my body. It's like it needs.
You're looking good. He's looking good.
It needs the food. So I just created 2 little pizzas this morning, and I put a bit of an African influence onto it because the next Global Pizza Challenge will happening now again here in South Africa in Johannesburg.
Yes.
So I thought I'd bring you 2 pizzas with, and I just at the moment I called it Pizza 1 and Pizza 2. With just different ingredients, and I thought the audience can like maybe phone in and give me some ideas on some exciting names.
Oh,
those pizzas.
They look lovely. There's pieces of nyama there too.
Yeah, you're gonna have them. Yes, they got nyama in there. Yeah, for sure.
What are the ingredients? Pizza 1.
Okay, pizza 1. I've got a pizza dough which is infused with potatoes. So it's not just a normal plain pizza dough. It's a potato pizza dough.
Yeah.
And I've got some tomato sugar, like just a tomato base, like like you would get in any normal basic pizza.
Yes.
And I've got some lovely chicken liver, chakalaka, got some chilies, fresh herbs, and then some grated cheddar cheese. So very basic, but you got some nice chakalaka inside there, some chili, so it's got a bit of a bite. And on pizza 2, I've got the pizza dough, which is infused with pesto.
Yep.
So it's a pesto pizza dough. Again, a tomato sugar, because that I believe it's sort of the basic everybody in South Africa would know. And then I've got some beach slices, and that's now contradictive because now you've got sweet, and then you got some boerewors on there. You got some bacon on there. You got some sweet corn, some cheddar cheese, and I sprinkled it on top with a little bit of a spicy hot and sour sauce. So that's what it is.
0891 104 207. That's a studio line. 34701. That's a SMS line. SMS is charged at R2. Email lifestyle@SAfm.co.za. Give names to these fantastic pizzas. I think you can eat them anytime, any day. Whether you save them for the next day, because I know a lot of people save it for tomorrow morning. They say they enjoy them cold. I could never understand that.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And I think the one with the beach slices, like you say, it goes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The breakfast goes with the breakfast, and then you got the boerewors on goes with lunch and dinner. So yeah, you could eat that anytime.
Yeah,
and I could eat it cold. Yeah, I've got no worries. Out the fridge and woof.
Yeah, now I know when to raid your fridge. Now, Martin, how did we do last year, the Global Challenge?
As we explained last time, but I'm sure that the listeners not going to be remembering anymore, this Global Pizza Challenge was developed in sort of 1994 and it laid dormant for a couple of years. And then 2 years ago, we started it off in South Africa again. So we got the license for Africa and Middle East as such.
Yes.
And it has really become global. I mean, last year we had like 9 events all around the world, and now in 2011 we already got 17 events planned for all around the world. And just to name a few, I mean, we're going to places like Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Taiwan, USA, China, to Ireland. So it's all over the world, really, in all the continents, The global final took place. The global final we had now in 2010 in Melbourne.
Yes.
Where we had the winners of 2009 and beginning of 2010 competing. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it back to South Africa. So the global winner, we had two South African winners participating in Melbourne. But unfortunately, the prize went to Australia. But unfortunately, it was a fantastic pizza. It was a really nice pizza. I was there myself. I was one of the judges, and it was really, really good. I think the South African guys, they struggled a little bit with the ingredients from Australia because the flour is different, and just they couldn't get like the typical South African ingredients, and it's very difficult to bring in any food items into Australia. So it was a little bit of disadvantage for them, but they did well. They just didn't bring the first prize home, but that's okay.
If the competition comes to South Africa, will the same rules apply? Nobody can bring in food. They'll have to settle with what we've got.
Well, if it's in South Africa, only South African people will compete now. So when it's now happening at Hostex in March 2011, that's when a South African leg will happen again from the 13th or the 16th of March. Anybody nationally in South Africa can enter. Any independent pizza makers, they can enter the competition. So there's no international competitors coming in.
I see.
It's only South African. Only the winner of the South African leg will then represent South Africa, which again in the final in Melbourne this next year.
Gee, I mean, for you to have been able to create these pizzas so quick, that boggles my mind. I mean, to get the right ingredients, and when do you taste and when do you think, this will go? I mean, this you just did this morning.
I just did this morning, yeah. I mean, it's really, I believe pizza is fun. Pizza is not really a structured cuisine. Pizza really, you got the base, and you can, it's a family thing, it's a fun thing. I believe a pizza dough can be just a normal flatbread, a wrap. You can use that, or you can just make up a nice pizza dough. You infuse the pizza dough with different ingredients, and you just literally open your fridge and your pantry, and you just just put stuff on it, and you bake it, and just be creative. Don't be scared. That's I think the philosophy of pizza. That makes it so fun.
That's what I'm curious about in terms of the challenge. How far can you go to impress the judges?
I think it's unlimited. It's unlimited. I think there's some basic rules. I mean, the dough's got to be crispy. We're looking at for thin based pastries. It's sometimes when you go to America, whatever, you get the thick based pizza doughs. Which okay, but it's not really my personal liking. But with our criteria in our competition, we're looking for the thin based crust. But really, after that, the sky's the limit. There's just a couple of tips I would do. Don't pile things on top, because it's not going to cook properly, because it's literally 2 minutes in the oven and it needs to be cooked. So as little as possible ingredients, toppings, but make it flavorful and make it creative and do something different.
The countries that you've mentioned there, are the countries that are doing this for the first time? I'm looking, you said Egypt?
Egypt, no, not Egypt, South Korea, Singapore, Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yes.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Saudi Arabia is like, wow, Saudi Arabia, do they eat pizzas?
Yes.
Vietnam, do they eat pizzas? Yes, they eat pizzas. I mean, everybody eats pizzas. It's unbelievable. I mean, just Vietnam alone, when we did the last competition there in December last year, it was, I did a bit of research on the market there, and they got an average from in the year 2009, an average of 11 pizza restaurants opening in a month. So it's,
wow.
They've been eating noodles and rice for hundreds of years. Now all of a sudden there's this new thing called pizza, and they love it. And it's all over the world. We get more or less the same influence, and the people just love it because it's easy, it's simple, it's affordable. It's a very affordable meal, and you can share it with people. It's not like, a fine dining thing. People like to get treated, going to a restaurant, but it's unfortunately it's cost a lot of money these days to go to restaurants, and to go and have a pizza. It's not that expensive, it's really, really good. And it's fun. You can share it with your friends, with your family. It's good.
Just a reminder, we have two pizzas, Pizza 1 and Pizza 2. You can give them names following the ingredients that Martin has given us. They look fantastic, I tell you. One has got a bit of a bite. It'll work for a lot of us tomorrow morning, I say. And the other one you can have any time. So 0891 104 207. SMS is 34701. Charged at R2. And your emails, lifestyle at SAfm.co.za.
This festive season, the delightful family ballet, The Nutcracker, presented by the South African Ballet Theatre in association with the South African State Theatre, returns to Pretoria by popular demand. From the 19th of November until the 19th of December 2010, with all performances accompanied by the Johannesburg Philharmonic Orchestra. Tickets start at just 40 Rand and are available at CompuTicket. It's entertainment the whole family can enjoy.
Unique alloy wheel design, pale green. Intelligent light system, emerald green. Avant-garde styling pack, cucumber green. For 368,000 Rand, dark green, very, very dark green. With all the extras and many more on the C-Class exclusive edition, you may find yourself turning a few shades of green if you don't get one. So visit mercedes-benz.co.za and book a test drive today. Price calculated on the C180 CGI, including VAT and CO2 tax, while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply.
SAfm Lifestyle, Saturdays 9 to 12.
4 minutes to 11. Excuse us, we're eating. Pizza 1 with a bit of a bite. It's lovely. Moyeni? How you like it, bro? It's very, very nice. It's well balanced. The bite is there. I wish I could wash it down with a cup of tea as well.
That would be obviously nice, absolutely. Or a good glass of wine, but it's a bit early for that today.
Yeah.
But it's Saturday. So yeah, good glass of wine will always go well with a nice balanced pizza.
It goes. Now, healthy pizza, because people will always think, it's going to make you pick up weight, that kind of thing. Is that the way to look at it? Are there healthy options, pizza-wise?
There is certainly healthy options, but at the end of the day, it's all in moderation. If you eat like a 45 centimeter pizza and you eat it like at 7 o'clock in the evening, certainly not a healthy thing. It doesn't matter how many healthy things you put on top of it. It's all in moderation and when you consume it. But yes, there is certainly a lot of healthy options out there, and it's one of a sort of subcategory in our competition where we ask people to come up with some healthy options, and there's some beautiful things, especially, the unhealthy thing under vertical commas on a pizza is the dough, because of the flour and everything. So we ask people to use alternatives like potatoes or whatever, or different starches, or using whole wheat flours and this type of stuff. So it's certainly there's variations out there of very healthy pizzas, but it's all in moderation. That's with everything.
And the challenge, what does it mean for the local pizza market?
The actual challenge, well, it's really exposure for them. It's huge exposure. The winner, as I said, gets a free trip to the final in Australia, all expenses paid. And then if you win that competition, you're basically made for life. This guy who won the competition last year in Melbourne, his restaurant from one day to another one, it was just booming. And I went to the restaurant like 6 months later, and it's amazing. It's just you have to book a week before. Yeah, literally you have to book a week before, and it's just they run in his doors. And the same thing here in South Africa. The two competitors what we here in South Africa, they're really, really doing well. They got good exposure. It's just what you make out of it then afterwards. Obviously, it's all about the sustainability and the follow up on it. But the media obviously been great. They've been very good supporters of the Global Pizza Challenge. Again, because it's something different. But the people, the general audience, the general people out there who are going to have something to eat or whatever, pizza it's always a good choice, and they will always support it. It's something simple.
So anyone can enter?
Anyone can enter. Independent pizza makers. We're not looking really at big corporations like Mimos or Debonairs or something. But not because we don't like them to enter. We like their pizza makers to enter, but not as a company. We like them as to enter, because sometimes with those companies, the innovation and creativity happens at head office level, and it just gets the recipe gets brought into the shops, and they just copy paste there. So we're looking for innovation, creativity. So we very much encourage the pizza makers of those companies to enter, but obviously all the independent pizza makers, and even you can enter if you feel like you can make a nice pizza now and you've got a good creative mind about food. Please enter. It's not a problem. Anybody can enter.
What are we doing on that menu? On that recipe? Not yet.
Huh? It's easy, Monica. Come on.
A website quickly, Martin?
It's www.globalpizzachallenge.com, one word.
Globalpizzachallenge.com.
That's right, yeah.
For more information.
That's absolutely right, yeah.
Martin, many thanks once again. Great pleasure to be with you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you for feeding us.
Great to be here.
We're going to have some more pizza. It's 11 o'clock. It's time for the news with Utsile Saku.